Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to watch a movie here you've probably never heard of. It's called Mystery Mansion. Let's watch. The movie starts in Jacksonville, Oregon, 1889. And there's some bad guys coming to shoot up the place. And that's the daughter, Rachel. As that's happening, it turns out it's a dream.
Remember, you and Johnny have to meet Uncle Gene at the airport.
Modern times.
Bye. Bye. I hope this vacation is the thing to do. She had another one of those dreams last night.
Just a young girl's imagination.
That girl Susan and her brother are going to visit their aunt and uncle in Jacksonville, Oregon, of course. While that's happening, there's 2 escaped convicts nearby.
Let's go.
There's the mansion we saw in the beginning scene.
Remember what your doctor said.
Susan, that old mansion still fascinates you, doesn't it?
It always has and it always will.
Another subplot. There's Uncle
You
Gene.
better get interested, Mr. Callahan, because what we've got there is a court order. You have the burden of proof, not us.
We've already got a lot invested here, and we don't intend to
It's
lose
a
it.
property dispute.
You've got 1 week.
What are you talking about?
What he's talking about is a deadline.
Let's play hide and seek.
Jenny's looking at the mansion and getting flashbacks again.
Hey, don't go over there. Susan!
Kids find an old lantern in there,
What is it?
open it up, and they find something.
I think it's a map. I found it. Shh. Somebody's coming.
The kids meet old Sam, who tells them the story about Rachel.
Tell us, Sam.
Oh, well, all right. As you already know, the Drake family come from back east. It's pretty well fixed, you know. And he come out going on about all this.
Rachel was never
You never
found
saw Rachel come out of that house.
after
To
the,
this day.
after the shootout.
Never seen hide nor hair of Rachel, nor the money.
Apparently there was some money involved too. Some treasure.
In the blaze.
Prisoners to
Martha told me you still in the
pay Sam a visit.
We got out because of good behavior.
I guess they're
I
relatives.
don't recall no good behavior ever coming out of you.
He doesn't like him though.
Wait a minute. You ain't the ones he's talking about on the radio today.
Not us.
Suddenly some spookiness starts to happen. But it's just Sam.
I reckon for right now.
They show Sam the map.
This map before the great ancestors gets upset. But you know, this just could be the lost treasure map. Treasure map. Will you hush your...
Back to the property deed dispute.
I'll do what I can. Just hope the judge feels it's reasonable. Of course it's reasonable. I mean, if my deed is in question, and so is theirs. It's not my fault the courthouse burned down in 1912. No, but the records are gone. Okay, well...
Rachel.
Rachel has a gravestone even though no body's in it. Meanwhile, the convicts are sneaking around and they've overheard rumors of a treasure map that these kids might have. And of course, they want that treasure. So they keep watching the kids day after day.
He's digging for something. I'm gonna go down and find out what. You stay put.
He's actually just digging a fire pit. Is Uncle Gene.
Howdy.
What you digging for?
Digging a fire pit.
Another
call from the attorney's office.
Bad news.
And the news isn't good. But there's nothing we could do about it until Monday. He called from Portland and confirmed that there is no prior record to Bostic's claim.
Well, we'll do all right.
Solved the mystery of over 100 years ago.
The kids show the treasure map to the
I don't think
Uncle
it's a map
Gene.
of a river. It's more like a tunnel. Like those underground mining tunnels there underneath Jacksonville. Or maybe under the mansion itself.
Under the mansion?
Well, that's great.
A local cop.
Needs a man's influence.
We sure like Billy. He's just like one of our own.
And she's got some
Gene
news.
wanted me to tell you that he might have spotted one of those convicts up on the river.
We'll have to check it out. Where do you see this guy?
At Slater Pool.
They're hiding in the truck, of course. Well, it's time for the convicts to make their move.
Here, Jim. Have a little more.
Here's the big plan.
You're gonna write a note to your old man and tell him you got a ride back with some friends. You're gonna cook him a real special Sunday dinner. Now, once you get through writing this note, you're gonna get in the truck and take it to the pickup point. Remember where it was? It's past that gas station she stopped at earlier. Right. Okay, now you're gonna drop the truck and a note off there, and you're gonna sneak back to their house.
Well, Uncle Gene and the kids are whitewater rafting. An accident occurs. Don't worry, he'll be okay, but Susie dropped the treasure map in the water and it's gone.
Where's Barry?
We'll find out soon enough. First things first. Where's that treasure map?
Look, you're not getting anything until I see my wife.
He's got a gun, Susan. Who's he?
You'll give me that map. Right. Now.
Kids, stay real calm. It's gonna be all right. We lost it.
Lost it. Who you trying to kid?
It's my fault. It went overboard when I stood up in the boat and the oar broke.
Sam knows everybody's in trouble here, so remember he had that house rigged to scare people? He's going to use it now against his convict cousins. Of course, the kids know what's happening. Our two criminals freak out and decide to run away. One of the kids is going to find a secret passage
Look at this.
in the fireplace.
It's a secret passage.
I'll be a monkey's uncle.
A secret passage.
Now, Johnny, Billy, go get that lantern for me. My gunpowder.
They find a chest inside there.
Well, it sure ain't no treasure, Billy.
Guess what else was in that chest? A property deed.
All right, look at this. The farmland. It's our mill.
It is?
The Drakes own the mill property. Hey, Bossie's claim's no good. Well, it's based on the sharecropper's lease agreement. It's no good, and this proves it.
Oh, dear. Look.
Susie goes deeper in the tunnel and almost falls in a hole.
Hey, are you hurt?
No.
And there's a skeleton down there.
It's deep. I can hardly see the bottom.
You can guess who it is. It's, of course, Rachel. The mystery of Rachel has been solved. She was the one running through there. And apparently fell in the hole and died. And that guy left the treasure chest.
No more bad dreams.
At last, we can put that poor little girl to rest.
And that's our film. Alright, let's talk about this film, Mystery Mansion. I think this is actually does say PG. I was going to say it's a G-rated film, but it actually does say PG. It's a movie I'm guessing nobody has heard of, other than myself and a few select others. It's a movie that I had on a beta tape, and it was one of the, actually probably within the first 30 movies that I ever taped, maybe first 50 movies I ever taped. And I had it on a beta tape, taped it in the mid-80s. It showed up on HBO or something. I remember looking at the cable guide at the time, and it sounded like some sort of horror movie or something. I'd never heard of it, so I figured, let's just tape it. And It's not something I would have usually taped had I known what it was, but whatever. I watched it at the time. I didn't think a whole lot of it. Rewatched it when I retaped it in the 90s onto a VHS SP tape, and haven't seen it since. What I remembered about this movie was something about a missing girl from 100 years earlier, and there's like a tunnel behind the fireplace in this house. That's all I remember, and that's what we got here. We got some sort of mystery about a girl who disappeared during like a shootout in 1889. They're in, I think, Jacksonville, Oregon was the name of the city, and she just disappeared. She was like in the house, and then she never came out of the house, but they didn't know what happened to her. Apparently, she found some secret tunnel behind the fireplace, fell in a hole and died. There's also a treasure map involved here, and we have a subplot where the good guys here, Uncle Gene and his wife, whose name I forget now, are going to be kicked off of their land because there's no proof that they own it. But and there's some bad guy who wants to kick him out, that sort of thing. But inside this tunnel at the end of the movie, when they go inside the fireplace, they find the old deed, which proves that they own the land, and I guess everybody lived happily ever after. So there. Wow. So we had another subplot here where we had a couple of bumbling escaped convicts who heard about this treasure map. They overheard the kids talking about it, so they wanted to find that treasure themselves. Just an odd little film, right? Filmed in the historical mining town of Jacksonville, Oregon, so I guess it's a real town. I thought maybe the town was made up name because the director's name is Jackson, I believe. No, it's actually Johnson. Yeah, David Jackson directed this movie, so I thought he just made up the name of the town. So anyway, this DVD was put out by it's called Wilderness Family Classics. They put out the Adventures of the Wilderness Family movies, all three of those, Across the Great Divide. Looks like they also put out Dream Chasers, a few other things as well. So they're all like family related things. I think most of these are out of print now, and the DVDs that I looked up on eBay, they're going for pretty penny if you want to buy these things. This thing here was like $70 if you wanted it. Actually, there was one for $14.95, and maybe the person doesn't know what he has, but the Wilderness Family movies are very expensive too. I don't know why they're out of print and so sought after. Thankfully, I have them all. But yeah, anyway, it's a movie that you can get. It's available on DVD. It's the kind of movie that if you saw it, you really remember it and you wanted to see it again. I did see there was a few comments, only 3 comments on IMDb about it, but the people who saw it loved it and wanted to see it again. I did find it also is streaming on YouTube. However, it seems to be an edited version. It's like an hour and 12 minutes long, whereas the full movie here is like an hour and 27, hour and 28. So anyway, check it out if you're interested. It's called Mystery Mansion. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. Bye.